As populations become larger, wealthier, and more urbanized, there is far greater demand for land to provide food, animal feed, and fiber for clothing. Meanwhile, the health and productivity of existing land used for growing crops is declining, worsened by climate change. In her address to the nation on World Day to combat desertification and drought this year, Minister for Agriculture, Yolan Bain Horsford, shed light on the ongoing demand for lands for urban expansion and how it affects the availability of lands for agriculture.
As we seek to implement mitigation measures, Desertification and Drought Day seeks to regulate the use of food, feed, and fiber, thus promoting the wise use of our land resources that support all life forms. It is estimated by 2020, an extra 593 million hectares of agricultural land will be required for food production. Water in food production could reach 10 to 13 trillion cubic meters annually. Land used for grazing and grain production to feed animals will account for 80% of agricultural land globally.
Minister Bain Horsford promoted optimal use of land resources, especially during this time when demand for products of the land is at an all-time high.
It is important to note that globally almost 75% of all lands have been transformed from its natural state, and the pace of conversion is accelerating. This puts lands for agricultural use at a disadvantage as the demands for lands for urban expansion and infrastructure are growing, which contribute to the advent of climate change. It is projected that by 2050, the planet will be home to 10 billion people deserving of food and fashion, which require prompt changes to lifestyles, thus influencing business practices and policies.
The Agriculture Minister says her ministry has embarked on a number of initiatives centered on land and drought.
My ministry is taking the lead through drafted and soon to be approved policies that focus on land and drought. With the soon to commence UNDP, GEF, ecosystem, and landscape restoration project that will focus on restoration of degradation projects and is about to submit to GEF with our regional brothers a project named Soil Care that will focus on enhancing our soils to guarantee their fertility for the next generations.